Chino, close my door for me. I'm just playing. Don't do it. I'll do it myself.
So you guys know how it goes. Once someone starts getting famous on the internet, eventually what tends to happen is that, you know, they see what's trending and then they decide to start rapping, you know, because that's what's cool, right? Which is why we have seen a trend of YouTubers turned rappers, you know, make those bangers. For the most part, they haven't really been able to make that transition, you know, from YouTuber to rapper.
It's every day, bro, with the Disney Channel flow.
I'm talking about your Jake Pauls, I'm talking about your Rice Gums, Quadekas, you know, those type of dudes. So if we want to talk about the best right now that are doing it, two people come straight out to mind. KSI, of course, and obviously Pontiac made motherfucking DDG. These guys have been rapping for quite a couple years right now, and they're making quite a wave. They have been making YouTube videos, and they use that platform to make hip-hop music, and it's actually quite popular. I'd say there's a big enough catalog of YouTubers that rap, and so with those two guys, let's put it up 1v1. Let's see who takes the title of the king of YouTube hip-hop.
Yeah, boy.
I'm gonna be looking at their commercial side of things, their lifestyle. You have to show that you live in the life, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be looking at the features in their music, you know, the quality of artists that they're able to collaborate with. I'm gonna be looking at the buzz around their career beyond that YouTube fame, you know what I mean? And of course, I'm gonna be looking at their commercial debuts, bar for bar, comparing the quality of their albums to see which one's better. And from those 5 things, we should be able to find and decide. Well, on my part, you obviously can have your own opinion. Comment below, obviously, if you agree or don't agree. First, before we get into these parameters, I want to show you guys the come up from these guys, like the first tracks that we got to see from them being MCs to compare to where they are now, right? Makes sense. So I'm gonna start with KSI, and obviously you guys know that track of his that he blew up on, Lamborghini. It's got like over 100 million views now, where he raps about, you guessed it, his Toyota. I'm not gonna go over that track right now because I think it's trash personally. But I am gonna play this track of his, Keep Up, featuring one of my favorite grime MCs, JME. This is actually where I first heard of KSI. Period. I wasn't into the YouTube gaming thing, but this is where I first heard of KSI. So let's get into it.
What's going on these days? People are getting famous from YouTube. I mean, have you heard of that guy, KSI?
Hold up. Yo, this that hot chick from X on the Beach. She's so hot.
Apparently, he's got millions of subscribers, and a book, and a movie, and a Lamborghini, and a song about a Lamborghini. Who the hell are the Sidemen?
Yeah, I just want to say shout out to KSI, I mean, with the Sidemen. They've been killing shit from day one.
The world's going crazy. All we really want to know is
can you keep up? Keep up. Can you keep up? Keep up. Can you keep up? Keep up. Can you keep up?
All we really want to know is
can you keep up?
Growing like I'm the universe. So ahead of these two traverse. Fly with my car without bold the lead. Smash it, I hold it, I drop them like WWE.
Yo, this nigga don't know how to drip for shit.
This morning I woke up on a mission. Head out the window screaming fuck the competition. When I go missing means I'm steady on the grind. I got nothing but success upon my mind.
If you're recording, you should like keep your head in the same place so you know the sound doesn't distort. But anyway, I'm not a rapper, I'm just some nigga that knows some shit.
Everyone's back to it, who are you? How's JJ got a Lambo too? It's a simple equation, fam. You get bare peas if you get bare views. Like you get bare peas if you work bare hours. And I get bare peas if I make bare tunes. Don't hate now cause man's got powers. You get bare slaps if you get bare rude.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That song was like way better when I was like 12. But yeah, that was an introduction. Shout out BBK. But next up, DDG. My friend told me about this dude who's like 1920 who had an i8. I was like, what the fuck? This guy obviously blew up because he made a diss track to Lil Yachty. Anyway, check it out.
It's DDG, I don't know no SKT. Boy, quit playing, you know you a fan to me. Iced out and my neck look like P. You don't know me, alright nigga, we gon' see.
You gotta say.
Fuck Yachty. I ain't lame, I ain't broke, bitch, I'm bustin'. This me back and I'ma feature Joe Button. DJ Academics gon' report something. Somebody tell India that I'm fucking.
Man, this guy's lucky that Lil Yachty don't come from the streets.
It's DDG, I don't know no SKT. Boy, quit playing, you know you a fan to me.
Look at that whip, dog!
Take a nigga fans, take a nigga base. You don't know me, you gon' know me today.
So yeah, it was alright. From the starting point, you can already see that DDG has the cadence. The bars not wouldn't necessarily say, but like he has the flows, he has the punchlines, sort of. Let's be honest, in terms of quality, these two tracks weren't exactly up there. Alright, on to the next thing. We're talking about numbers, right? And I think this one is not too close. Actually, not close at all. If I'm being honest. KSI been running up them numbers. I think in his first week of his album, he ended up number 2 in the UK. Almost had to shave his head off and stuff.
It's your boy. Hopefully you guys are all good. I know it's been a funny week, especially with this whole Boldski shit. And obviously me getting very close to number 1. But we Gucci.
It's not even a competition. Dude had almost 100 million streams on the first week of his album. If you just check out his channel, he's got hundreds of millions of views on his music. I mean, 100 million Lamborghini, 50 million, 45 subs, obviously at 21 million. I mean, even songs like Creature, which to me are absolute rubbish, 24 million. Obviously, he's got his diss tracks and all that. Nah. KSI's been racking out numbers. Let's not even play about that. I mean, if you want to talk about commercial success, this guy's the definition of it. But comparison to DDG, who hasn't done too bad for himself, if I'm being honest. I mean, come on. His breakout track, Arguments, is like it's gone gold in the United States. So that's good. And at some point he was trending. I think he got up to trending number 13 for one of his tracks, in the US. And obviously the US is a much tougher market to crack than the UK, if we're being honest, yeah? Yeah, you can see biggest track, 45M, Arguments was his breakout track. And obviously his music has been doing well for him, if you're being honest, but like it's still not really compare. You can't really compare. So yeah, this one KSI has to take it. So yeah, big ups to the boy JJ. Next up, we're talking about their lifestyle, right? How they living, right? Yeah, what's an MC that don't flex, you know what I'm saying? Which is why for this part I brought out my chain and all that, you know what I'm saying? Cause but yeah, that's nothing compared to these dudes. The amount of cash time they be dropping. I mean, DDG's lifestyle crazy. He got like a $2 million mansion that he bought. Man's got diamond Rolex. He got an AP, Rich Millie.
You got this Rolex on here, red face rolling. I got this for about $35,000. This is a very, very expensive watch. Anything that I got right now is very, very expensive.
Dude got so many cars, bro.
It's made in Germany, foreigns.
Right.
He's the youngest kid who's bought the most expensive car from me. Century West BMW, you got it.
Yeah, I know my birthday just passed. Right now, I bought my dream car. I got a Rolls Royce Wraith.
A Wraith! DDG's living the life, bro. Let's be honest. And then we look at KSI. Like, KSI has been making money for a long time now. I think his net worth is upwards of like $20 million now. Probably got more money than DDG. But I wouldn't say he fits the bill of rapper lifestyle, seeing that, he's been doing boxing matches and being part of the Sidemen, doing wacky stuff. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be doing that, but I'm saying it's not really part of rapper aesthetic. I mean, not to say KSI don't drip. I mean,
The most extravagant thing that I bought has got to be my Beerus chain. Obviously, this thing is mad. Your boy went ham with this. It's valued around $500,000.
man's got an apartment facing over Wembley.
I have over 10 houses all around England. You know, like altogether, it's like 10 million plus.
His crib is all set up and all that.
All right, so this is the living room. Oh, look at that. You got my belts, my gloves. These are the gloves I use to beat Logan Paul with.
Obviously got a Lamborghini, he got a Porsche, he's been making racks. But I'd say for this one, the lifestyle of a rapper, I wanted to, you know, become a hip hop artist. Who would I be looking to for direction? DDG or KSI? And that would definitely be Pontiac made DDG. So this one goes to DDG. Cool. Yeah, so next up we'll be talking about their features. Because how can you say that you're a poppin', you know, hip-hop artist if you haven't had some of the biggest names in the game wanting to collaborate with you to make them hits, you know what I'm saying? So that's something that definitely has to be looked at. And if you're talking DDG, we gotta be, you know, looking at the likes of YBN Amir, G Herbo, Young Nudie, you know, Black Youngster. There's been a plethora of features. I'd say quite modest if you want to talk about artists overall, but it seems like a dude that is trying to build his profile in the game. But on the other hand, you have KSI. Oh man, this guy's roster is stacked. And I was shook, man. Honestly, I was never a fan of his music, right? But then I seen the track Down Like That. This guy had Rick Ross, Lil Baby on the same track. This guy got a feature with Offset, Lil Pump, Trippie Redd, KSI. Did not play no games. For this round, it's easy. It goes to KSI. I mean, this guy is already such a huge global profile at this point. There's hardly anyone that would say no to him. Next up, we're going to be talking about the careers. And by that, I mean like the hype that's surrounding their careers, hip-hop careers specifically, because we already know the numbers that KSI can do on the internet. We're talking about the fan base, you know, the people that would look to them specifically as monikers in this YouTube rap career lane, right? So when you're looking at this, you would think that KSI has it right. I mean, this man has been selling out tours time after time all over Europe. He showed people that, yes, he's not just some guy on YouTube doing this and that, but he actually can make numbers. He can sell out shows. He can make poppin' music videos. He can box. But proving that you can do something doesn't mean that's what you're especially good at. You know what I mean? And I'll just leave it to Rice Gum to explain this part.
Dude, I haven't heard anyone say like, yo, turn on that new Kiss. I mean, no one has said turn on that new Rice either, but you know what I'm saying? Like, no one is quite there yet.
Shit!
No, I'm just being honest.
Guys.
Because
DDG, on the other hand, he has shown that, you know, he is an MC. Like, he can rap. Most of the music he's been making has been on his own. And that for me is the crutch in KSI's music, is that he's reluctant so much on features that, you know, it's like, are you listening to the song for KSI? Anyway, but DDG is able to garner so much hype around his career. I mean, he's been on Wild and Now. He's literally toured Europe, right? Gone to the UK. For some guy, at the time, we only had like 10 tracks. And perform on a stage with probably like 2,000-3,000 people. That for me is huge. He's already doing something that I don't think KSI would be able to replicate if he were to go to America and perform in that. And I'm not saying that it was DDG's own show, but he was at a festival, so basically it was come as you please type of crowd, and people wanted to see DDG in the UK, you know. And obviously, I'm not to say that KSI hasn't done a lot of things. He's done mega things, bro. He's done a lot of shows at VidCon. He's been on magazine covers and stuff like that. But like I said, that's more about KSI, the celebrity, rather than KSI, the rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like DDG's been able to surround himself with the people in his, you know, in his sphere. You know what I mean? Like,
This nigga crazy. What's wrong with it? We just rating him. It's
that's
cool,
nigga,
man.
that's set wife, boy. He tripping, boy.
That's my dog Polo G, man. Listen.
I'm not saying that hang out with rappers makes you a more legitimate rapper, but it's like projecting where you want to go. That's, I think, the important thing. This round for me goes to DDG. Going into this last bit, I think it's a fair analysis. I'm going to be comparing their debut commercial releases, bar for bar, track for track, flow for flow. I'm going to start with KSI, right? It's obviously the more recent release. So when you're talking about KSI's new track, The Simulation, he released 2 versions, normal and a deluxe. I don't know why that's a trend now with artists, to release like 2 versions of an album with like two or three extra tracks. I don't know, maybe it's for streaming purposes, you know, so they can get more numbers, but it's whatever. But yeah, going into the album, I wasn't really particularly hyped for it. I was just curious because of the amount of features this guy was able to get. I mean, some of the biggest UK artists and some of the biggest artists in the world, period. There weren't too many highlights on the album for me. Probably one would be Down Like That, obviously. Wake Up Call, Trippy Red bits did it for me. Melodically, he was on point, but the sound quality of the album is pretty high up there. It's pretty good. You can't take that away. Like in terms of the engineering that's gone into it, it's right up there. But when I look at KSI's bars, dude, and I listen to this stuff, it's like, they're kind of forced for me a lot of the time. And what I also don't get from this album is there's probably more features in this album than there are actual tracks. Maybe it's because his sound is not as versatile. He does the auto-tune thing and it's not really doing it for me. Especially, you know, that last track, Millions. I won't shit on it completely because it was decent. The quality of it was really showing. But like I said, this guy's features are really carrying this entire project, and you can see it. It's like he's being featured on his own album most of the time. I'd probably give this a solid like a 5 out of 10. It's nothing special. The fact that he even landed up on Needle Drop, got a review there, that's dope, and it did the numbers that it did. That's what's keeping me from giving a negative review completely. And also Down Like That was a smash hit, bro. I mess with that track like heavy. Onto DDG's album, Valedictorian. If we're being honest here, we want to talk about these YouTube rappers. Most of them aren't really the best lyricists out there. A lot of them are just doing it because it's what's trending, and you could sort of get that feeling with DDG when he first started rapping. His album, Valedictorian, for me was good. It didn't do too well commercially. It was, I think it debuted at number 31 on the Billboard, and then only stayed there for 1 week, so... yeah, but it still, to me, is actually quite a decent project. I mean, you can hear obviously the quality is up there, we know that. Tracks like Cloud Chasing, boom, 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 it's on you. Tracks like Y'all See It, on you, almost, you know what I'm saying? It's like a head bop every time, for most of the time anyway, but you obviously get to those cringy moments in the album. You start thinking, okay, this guy, is he really rapping, or is he just filling up bars? You know, especially on his love songs. Okay, Arguments was decent, but Arguments 2, I was like, he sort of is going for that gritty sort of R&B type of thing. He had more hits than misses in this album, right? You can see that he's really putting in the work into it because he's not getting features to try and supplement his weaknesses, you know what I mean? He's trying out different sounds, doing this rap thing, but at the end of the day, I commend DDG for this release because it's legitimately him. You know, you can get that feel. This last round goes to Pontiac made Mofo DDG. And that probably means for me that he's my number 1 rapper, hip-hop artist on YouTube. Take this down, that's official. Go tell your friends it's official. DDG is the best MC on YouTube. KSI, it was a tight run-in with him. But yeah, that's that. And thanks for watching, guys. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate it. Like I said, subscribe, comment your opinions if you think that I got it right, or if you think there are a few things that I was missing or whatever it is. But yeah, until next time, done the thing, yo. Peace out.
I don't know where I could be in 10 years time, man. I already think right now it's mad where I'm at.